Hey, this is Tidepool Tim, and I'm out on the river estuary here in Perry. I'm walking around looking for sandworms. Now the sandworms, Nereis is the genus. They just recently spawned, and when they spawn, the males come out and chase the females around. They surround her in a swarm, and oh, here's one right here. After they spawn, the males die. But you can see here's a barely living male sandworm. He's all spawned out, and he just happens to be one of the ones maybe the seagulls didn't pick up. See that sandworm? And you can see the tail end of the worm is just all in just kind of crummy shape and all dissipated. And this guy's just barely moving. His front end's alive. I'm not sure. Maybe he will make a comeback. But that's a sandworm. And of course they live down in the sediment, in the mud and in the sand year round. But it's spawning time in the spring as the mud flats warm up. The males swarm around the females. The female releases their eggs, and they release their milt. When they are spawning, as this worm is swimming through the water, you can literally see a white streak of milt or sperm coming out behind them. Oh, look, here's another one. Here's a live one. Oh, that's freaky. What are the chances of that? This one's really going for it. Look at him. You can see him moving. So it's such a serpentine action. Look at him go. That's beautiful. Away he goes. I don't know. I must have kicked him up out as I was walking along. I must have disturbed him from the mud. Let's throw him over in there, and we can watch him better. There it is. Nereis virens, V-I-R-E-N-S. And so, imagine one female sandworm, and the females are as big as your thumb, close to 2 or 3 feet long, and then there'll be hundreds of these metallic green males all swarming around her. And when at the proper moment, look, here's our buddy over there. He's dead. He's all spawned out. She releases her eggs, and then the males are releasing their sperm. And you can kind of see at the posterior end of that little sandworm is it's kind of a whitish coloration. But let's pick him up and take a close look up and see if you can see that color. Come here, little devil. Look at that green color. Put him in my hand like that so he can kind of move around. You can see those little antennas. Oh, and there you can see a little bit of sperm coming out of him on the tail end. See that? See that whitish stuff? All right, little sandworm. He's gonna go off and burrow into the mud. Look at this mud. It's full of annelid worms, segmented worms, all different species. Sandworm, bloodworm, lugworm, there's scale worms, terabellid worms, shimmy worms, trumpet worms, sea mice, all types of worms. Well, that's kind of a cool find. Glad I actually found them. Sometimes I wander around out here for hours, never finding what I'm looking for. Anyway, I hope you learned a little bit about sandworms. That's, in my opinion, what I've learned about how they spawn. So, Tidepool Tim checking out.